You're probably wondering whether mechanical engineering is still a smart degree in 2026, or if you'd be better off choosing something else. Maybe you like building things, physics, and problem solving, but you've also heard that the workload is brutal, the job market is changing, and the salary might not be what people make it sound like. And if you choose wrong, you could spend years in a difficult degree that doesn't match the career or lifestyle you actually want. So in this video, I'll break down what the mechanical engineering job market is really like in 2026, and who this field is actually best for. By the end, you'll know whether mechanical engineering is a smart path for you, or whether you should seriously consider another career before you commit. So I think one of the biggest challenges with answering this question of whether or not mechanical engineering is still a good path in 2026 is that I don't know what things will be like in 4 years. I can observe what's going on now based on trends in certain markets and how AI is currently affecting things and just what I'm observing in my industry. But if you're trying to decide whether to go into mechanical engineering school now, I'd say that depends on a lot of different factors, and you'd ought to have a mindset of flexibility regardless. So we have been hearing lately that recent grads are having a particularly hard time getting jobs, and it really sounds like this is a result of companies just not wanting to be the ones to train entry-level employees. They want to just hire someone who already has at least some experience, and then they can quickly get the value from that person when hiring them. As far as I've observed, for engineering employers specifically, they do tend to be more old school than companies that are more tech or finance focused. Aerospace employers and other engineering companies seem to often continue operating under the model where they want to keep their people as long as they can, because losing them and having to hire and train new people later on is a lot less financially and operationally efficient than just keeping the same people who have been working for you for a long time. And I still see my company hiring interns and entry-level engineers, and I see postings at other aerospace employers for them. This is how companies offload some of the more basic, time-consuming tasks from more experienced engineers who are moving on to the higher-level tasks, and they can train these entry-level employees to do things the way that they do them at the company. I'm not necessarily endorsing that way of doing it, but I am observing that that seems to still be the way it is with engineering employers, generally speaking. It's also quite easy to see that with, say, coding in the tech industry, there's an obvious way that AI performs this entry-level work. AI models simply generate code as if the code were an entry-level software developer, and then the more senior engineers take this code, give the AI model feedback on it, or implement changes themselves. So it's very similar to what they would do with entry-level developers, but just having the AI do that exact work. But the crucial difference in this discussion between software development entry-level jobs and entry-level jobs in aerospace or automotive or construction or medical devices is that most of these types of jobs involve stuff that AI isn't nearly as proficient in yet. Mechanical products like bridges, helicopters, or medical devices involve a lot of CAD design and structural analysis and much more that AI just can't replicate a human's work on, at least not yet. AI is writing code and it's writing text and paragraphs, but it isn't designing parts in CAD and assembling them properly in the CAD assembly and discussing installations with technicians and performing FEA on these assemblies. It's just not doing those things yet. So mechanical engineering jobs do seem quite safe compared to the ones that are coding or reading and writing or stuff that's in general text-based AI model stuff that AI can accomplish. Now, can we predict the future on what AI will be capable of in a number of years from now? No, we really can't. We can't predict the future on any field, actually. So any multi-year career trajectory you embark on now is unfortunately a gamble, and we just don't know what will come of it. And for mechanical engineering, or any college degree if you don't already have it, it will cost a lot of money and the return isn't guaranteed in these times of uncertainty. I will say, though, that it has pretty much always been the case that engineering degrees were looked at as the ones that are capable of solving business problems, whether we are talking technical, mechanical related business problems, or just any other type of business problem. People with engineering degrees tend to earn more than average, even in non-engineering fields, and a disproportionate number of CEOs have engineering degrees. So if you can afford 4 years of engineering school and are willing to be flexible about where it may lead you, and also you're willing to work hard to get into a good career, it can still be a good investment of time and money. AI isn't wiping out all jobs overnight, and an engineering degree sets you apart as someone who is smart, hardworking, and can solve practical problems. There may be some value, though, in taking time, even if delaying getting a degree in order to work for a bit. If there is a job you can get out of high school and learn the needs of that business and help them be more profitable, you could do that and you'll gain invaluable skills that lots of businesses need. You may find more clarity as well on things you are passionate about and wouldn't need for engineering. Or you may go into engineering with more clarity on what it actually means to add value to the economy and to a business. So there can be a lot of value in this, though you are delaying your real career. But heck, even if you work at Starbucks and just take extra time asking the manager of your location if there's any way that you can help out a bit, making the location more efficient, ways to save the location money, help with budgeting or logistics or something, that can provide a lot of valuable experience for you. So ultimately, whether mechanical engineering is worth it in 2026 depends a lot on your individual situation. Your skills, your passions, and the unknown future of the labor market. There are costs to going to study engineering now, and there are costs to not doing so. But if you do decide to go into mechanical engineering now, I encourage you to not only work hard in your classes, but really explore the types of careers that will not only be interesting to you, but also afford the lifestyle that you want. Which jobs are in geographical areas that you want? Do you want normal 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, or would night shifts at manufacturing plants work well for you? Are you better with logic and technical concepts or with people skills? These are a lot of questions that you can gain some clarity on by just exposing yourself to different areas of the economy or different types of jobs. Also, since a lot of industries are uncertain at the moment, think about possible other options that would also value someone who is smart and hardworking, like an engineer. Maybe for you, mechanical engineering can be a good starting point, and then you ultimately end up going into medical or PA school, or maybe you meet someone who owns a business you can contribute to, or maybe something you find that unexpectedly works well and sticks. We don't know what the future holds, and in these times, flexibility is key. Exposing yourself to a variety of industries and fields is key. So yeah, I hope you find what you're looking for, and I hope that you can find some good options out there for a long, lucrative, and healthy career. And if you like this video, or if you found some value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to this channel to stay in tune for any engineering advice that could value you and help you to succeed later in life. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.